Rightio, this is part 3 of Massey Ferguson 35, and I've got the starter motor put in, and we've got quite a few jobs to do here yet. There's some new spark plugs going in right now, and I've got a new distributor, and we'll be putting them on in the next jobs. Righto, the next job's the radiator, and hang on, goes that way. Right, I got the top radiator hose on, but he doesn't fit that well. Righto. Got some new spark plugs. These are from Bear and Company. So we'll be sticking them in here. And that should be good. There we have. Plugs are in. Righto, brand new distributor. There it is. And yep, we're putting him in. Right or wrong. It is a bit offset down in there, and I just can't quite see which way it is. Past that O-ring. Come on, I know you'll go in there somewhere. That seemed to have went in. Righto. I had to pull number 1 out to find out where number 1 is. And so I can put this on and find out which one's going to be number 1. So we need top dead centre. I can possibly get it. Piston's coming up. There, it's stopped going up. That's around about the top dead centre there. So I can have a look at the distributor here now. And the thing's pointing that way. So we got to go around here a bit. That can be number 1. 3, 4, 2. That's the way we'll do it. 1, 3, 4, 2. I don't know what I said before. That's the spark. So I'll have to set that up. Once you've got that set up, you can take that off. Look, turn that so it's just about to open. And just as they start to open, which is about there, that will time it enough to go. Top dead centre, point's just open. With that pointing at number 1, which is there, which is pointing at number 1. So that one there has got to go to there. It's all hooked up here now. Ignition switch, coil to distributor, and it's all good to go. Okay, I've been putting the gauges back in the dash and hooking them all up, and it has been, you can't see much up there, you're lucky. Trying to get all that oil gauge up in there, it has been a challenge. And that's been a bit of a job, plus I've got the tacho in. That one there, that's the tacho drive cable. Goes up there, through up there, up under the back of the tacho. Up in there, and those 2 screws hold it in. And the temperature gauge, which is up in there, it has been a bit of a problem. This is comes along here, comes along there, up here, and into there. And that nut, yep, don't look too flash. I've had to do a bit of work to it. I had to clean up the thread in there. I've put an O-ring in there and some Celastic to try and make sure it seals, because it's not very good in there. So yeah, we're moving on with it slowly. I'm about ready to put a battery in it and see if how it all goes. Righto. Just stuck the battery in there. And the ignition key's all been put in. I'm going to see what happens. Well, we've got an ignition. I mean, it's not going to go because it's got no petrol tank. I just want to hear if it's even going to... I want to hear if it's going to start. Right, we seem to have the wiring pretty good so far. Righto, that's the bottom of the fuel tank, and I've just got to stick this in there and I can put it on there. Plenty of thread tape on there because it doesn't seem to tighten up that good. And I had it sealing before, so I've tightened up pretty good there now, and I think that's around about where it's got to sit. What's that hitting? Okay, that's nothing. Right. Well, this is all in the road, isn't it? Let's just delete some of this because I've got to slide it back and try and get it in these slots. There you are. My frustrations of getting it on there, I didn't record. Anyway, it was not easy. Anyway, there it is. The fuel tank is fitted. Righto. I'm going to see if I can put a battery in, put some fuel in the tank, and just see if it'll start. There's no water in there yet, so we'll just see if it'll fire and do a couple of things, but that'll be it. Righto. We'll try and put a bit of petrol in without spilling. We've got to test if the tank's going to leak. Okay, we've got a bit of fuel coming out. I still haven't taken the bowl off, the glass bowl, because I'm a bit worried I'm going to, righto, going into there. Hear it, running out the carby, so that's good. Maybe I could stick the exhaust pipe on. Just sit it on there. What can go wrong? That didn't sound right. Oh, miss. Try giving it some throttle. Righto, let's see what happens this time. She's a runner. It's got no water in the radiator, so we'll do that soon. Righto, I'll put some coolant in it. Try not to spill it too much. Shouldn't be any leaks. Oh. Wow. Leak number one. The gasket didn't seal. There it is. There's my leak. The thermostat housing gasket did not seal. So we'll have to sort that out now. I'll pull that all off. Right, I'm putting these linkage arms on there now, and I've got this one on there. I've got to put a couple of clips in there. Bit of grease. And then I can put the other arms on. This bit here, which has been repaired by someone else. Straight in there. Oh, I didn't want to get too much grease on everything, but I did. Now the linkage arms, and these will go and sit here. Right, I've just been putting the seat back together, so as it will do that. Those tabs have got to be hit down yet. That tab's got to be hit down, and there's one on there as well. I'm just going to leave it dry a bit more before I go doing things like that. So it just goes on here. Righto, there's another part fitted, the seat. Okay, the time has come to put a mudguard on. And we're getting there slowly. It's going to sit there all right, which is good. Always put a bit of never sees on these bolts because they get tight. And you know, I'll put the other mudguard on. That'll be the next thing. And get these. This one's been broken. And it's been welded up. And I'm sort of just putting it back. I had to put a new one of those in. That goes down under there. That's your stabiliser arm goes on that. And it goes up under here. With a couple of nuts. And there we have it. I'll get the other side on. This is the next mudguard. Unlike most tractors, there's a different mudguard for each side, but I think they're the same. Bit of goo on the bolts. I didn't put any on that one. Okay, we have mudguards on now. How does that look? Getting more like a tractor, isn't it? Righto, here we go. Putting some wheels on now. Look at that. No worries. Right, I'm just tightening up this wheel here now. And I'm trying not to knock any paint off. Because I'm a one-man show here, I've got to find ways of doing things that not normally be done. So this is how we lift tyres up here. Oh, look at that. Righto, here we are, doing up the next wheel now. Just making sure they're all nice and firm before I set it down on the ground. Righto, she's about to go to the ground. On the back anyway. I've just got a couple of bolts here to do up for this linkage. And that'll be next. Here we go, 15, 16. She's going to fight me. Don't want to be messed with? Get the big guns out. There's the bonnet. It's about next to go on. And I've put that little bonnet on. That's taken a bit of messing around. And I don't want to fold it back too far because it goes and sits on the paint there. I don't want to put a mark. So then I can lift it up with a crane and put it on the front, then slowly work it into place. Okay, I'm getting game. We're going with the bonnet on there. I hope this doesn't work out bad. This is how we're going to do it. I hope. So it'll be a matter of patience. What did that hit? Oh no, it's only the battery cable. Probably be better off taking off. Or maybe not. Right. Knocked a bit off there. I see what we're hitting. What's that hitting? Got to go down at the front here just a bit more. I'm just going. The bit that I always worried about was how I was going to get that on there, but it's just like that. Seems to be the answer. Oh, that's beautiful. Let me get bolts. That bolt will go in there. Come on. Start. Right, he started. Lined up pretty spot on too. That was just holding the bonnet from going too far back. So we just got to get the spanners out here and make the necessary adjustments. Right, I've got my other side wheel on. And now I'm putting this wheel on. And you know what? We're good for a drive after that. Okay, I got some nuts. And I'm going to pull these wheels off. And I'm going to put new tyres on next week. But we can still go for a test drive now. Might have to put a bit of petrol in it. Oh, look at that, knocking the paint off. Nothing you can do about it, but. Well, so here she goes. Back on the ground. This is it for the old Fergie. Didn't make it to the ground. Right, I'll just drive it off the jack, I think. Let's put an exhaust pipe on it. I certainly hope it fits. Tell you what, you'll be pulling the exhaust pipe off to lift the bonnet. That's a bummer, isn't it? Here we go. Test drive. Test drive number 1. She's a beauty. Right, I have a little tractor here. I've had a run, taken her for a run, and I've had troubles with the condenser, which is inside the distributor. It lasted for a short while and then it just started running terrible. So what I've had to do is, I've temporarily put that one on there, just shoved it up underneath there, and then a tractor runs like a beauty. But anyway, at the moment, I've got a wheel off here, and there's 2 new tyres to go on. So we're working on that at the moment. Righto. These things are hard. They haven't been off for eons. So we have the bead braking equipment here all set up. Sometimes you've got to get help. Yep. Not very compliant, that's for sure. Righto, here we go again. Anyway, I'll keep going on this and I reckon I'll get it. Yep. I got it. I finally got it. Tube's feeling a bit sorry, but she's pretty rusted in there, isn't it? Especially down there. Rusty there. Anyway, we'll take it in here and try and get this tyre off. And that'll be the next job. No fun doing this job. Not worried about the tube or the tyre. Thing to hook over there. I'm not a tyre changer by trade. Righto, here's the other side. Righto, that got that one. Here goes the next tyre. About time. Well, this rim looks pretty good. Righto, I put one on. Now I'm up to the next one. And not the simplest task I'd like to talk about, but we may need that. I'm probably doing this all wrong, but it's still, I'm still going to do it. Right or wrong. Got it. Tube goes that way. It's all good fun. Seems all right. Always got to finish at the valve. I know you're not far from going. Thank you. Right, I'll put the tyres back on here now. Righto, there it is. Tyres are back on. And we're ready for take it for a drive again. I think that's getting near a completed tractor. Well, there it is. Massey Ferguson 35. Going like a beauty. And driving around here. 1960 model. About 2 months ago since I got it. So, yeah. So we've got it done around the front here. Here, the linkage, I've got some new stainless chains put on there, that was really good. I'm going to leave the video there. That's part 3, done and finished. So we can wait till the next project at the moment. So subscribe and we'll get on with the next thing soon.